Right, I'm sorry if you follow me anywhere else, you would know this news already, but basically my graduation has just been cancelled, which is just fab. Oh my god, I knew it wasn't really gonna happen this year because of like corona and stuff, but they've said we may have smaller ones this year, but like it didn't really seem very certain in the email. So I'm thinking, if they're not doing anything this year, they haven't mentioned anything about next year, like I just feel like I'm not going to get one at all, which is just so frustrating. Especially when I've been like studying for literally 4 years now, and like to not get any form of celebration at the end of it. Like literally the last thing I probably celebrated school-wise was like my prom when I was 16. Like I never got a celebration when I finished my A-levels either, really. Like through the college anyway, because obviously it was like a college, but yeah, it's just like you pay so much to go to uni, and like you put so much effort in and stuff like that, and just for them to completely disregard a graduation, which obviously I understand, but yeah, it just feels like they're just kind of completely brushing us to the side. And anyway, like there's like a little forum thing we can like leave responses on, but it's just a bit of a kick in the teeth really after like this whole year. But yeah, anyway, this is dissertation diary number 7. Hope you enjoy. Please like and subscribe, and let's get into it. Hello. So it's been almost a week now since I last filmed that clip where I found out my graduation had got cancelled, and I feel like I need to just come on here a bit more like composed because I was just so angry in that last clip. So yeah, since then it has been my birthday. You probably would have already seen what I got for my birthday. I was going to make that part of a dissertation diary, but I just thought there was too much in that section to talk about for it to like wait a month, so I might upload this weekend. I don't really know yet. Also, I'm not in my bedroom because my brother is working up there at the moment, so you're in my living room for a change. On Friday the 5th, I found out that my graduation had basically been cancelled. What they also said in the email was that obviously due to the current situation we can't have big ceremonies this year, most likely, because of government restrictions, which is like, I completely get it. I could see it coming, but it just kind of hurt a bit more to see it written down in an email. And it's the fact they literally sent the exact same email to the 2020 graduates as well as the 2021 graduates, so I was meant to be graduating like this year. But the only difference with our email was that they just had a separate paragraph saying there will be no 2021 graduations this year, whereas the other email didn't have that, so it kind of made it seem more hopeful in the email to the 2020 grads rather than the 2021 grads. So yeah, that was a little bit confusing, but they did have the SU had a meeting today. I unfortunately missed it because I was in the shower. And apparently all that was kind of said was that obviously all the students really want some sort of in-person ceremony. Like we don't, like me personally, I don't mind if it's smaller. Like I just feel like if they can have funerals which can have up to 30 people, surely they can do a graduation with up to 30 people, and like do it outside in the summer, because then like less chance of things spreading. As I said, I think what they should do is they should do maybe 10 to 15 students each, 1 or 2 guests each, and then maybe 5 to 10 members of staff. Like, because I went to my brother's graduation like 5 years ago now, and even he said the most fun bit was probably the before the ceremony and after, because like you could actually talk to your friends and stuff, whereas the actual ceremony where you sat down for like 2 hours waiting for everyone's name to be called up on stage, like it was a long ceremony because he had 2 different courses like in the same graduation. So yeah, even he said the only bit he probably really properly enjoyed was just like afterwards, and you could get pictures like with people that you know and stuff. So I generally think with graduations this year they could definitely like make them small. As I said, maybe 10 to 15 students, 1 or 2 guests each, and then live stream out the graduation to people who can't come and see it in person. Do it all outside because my campus is huge. There is fields everywhere. They could easily maybe put 2 or 3 on a day. Get rid of the handshake with the Vice Chancellor, like who really needs that in these times, not me. Maybe do like a little photo instead, and like, yeah, all I just want is like a photo in a cap and gown. Again, we could rent those out, put them in to be washed, sanitised after, to pass on to the next group of people. Yeah, I generally think there must be a way around it, surely. Like, let me know if you had a graduation like last year or this year, whether it was online or not. But yeah, from the Vice Chancellor, they basically said that, oh, your graduation will most likely be online, and I'm like, I am not having an online graduation. Like, I've not sat through a whole year pretty much of online teaching just to do the same for my graduation. Like, it's just not fair. Sorry, this angle was actually horrendous, because what you're standing on is really not that heavy. Right, sorry about that. Yeah, I've just put you up against my water bottle. But yeah, I just feel like surely there is a way around it, of doing it outside, all distance. Like, students all sat distance, and then households could obviously sit together. But yeah, so in the Vice Chancellor email, they basically said, oh, one part of your graduation will most likely be online. And literally everyone just kicked up such a fuss. We were like, we're in no way having an online graduation, it's just not fair. So yeah, there was a Students' Union meeting today. Today is the 11th February? Yeah. So there was a Students' Union meeting today, and apparently everyone said, like, we want, like, some form of in-person ceremony. Like, we don't mind if we're smaller groups, like, we just want that experience of going up on a stage, like collecting a certificate, or just a way to be recognised. Because I literally have not had I have not done anything for my education since I was 16. I went to my year 11 prom. That was the last thing I've celebrated. Like, I didn't do anything for my A-levels because I went to a college, so there was no, like, obviously prom or anything out of college. Yeah, and obviously now I'm in my 4th year of uni, and like I'm not going to do a master's after this. I pretty much decided that there's nothing that I want to study further. Like, this is literally it for me in education. Like, I just think it's just so sad that literally thousands and thousands of students have, like, not had the graduation that they deserve, especially after everything we've been through. So yeah, if you're in that position, please let me know how you feel. How's your university dealing with it? So I think the outcome of the meeting today, I said I wasn't there, so I can't really talk properly about it, but I think the Students' Union is going to email the Vice Chancellor, and they're meant to get back to the Students' Union within a month, I think, so we should know in a month, hopefully, if there'll be some form of graduation. Because yeah, I think it would just be so sad. Even my mum was like, don't worry, I'm going to make a business where I can, like, put up a stage and, like, students can go and, like, have their graduations outside, because, like, she said that's all you really want, just to be able to go up on stage and, like, your family to see you collect your certificate. That's literally, like, all I just want, just a little picture with my mortarboard or whatever it's called, and, like, my little certificate. But yeah, we'll see how that goes. So that was the sad news, first of all. The second news is that I have a job now, which I may be able to continue after I graduate, which is just amazing. As I said, I haven't got graduation, but I have a job, which is just mad. So yeah, if you didn't know already, I was doing an internship. It was only a month. It was through the university, so they were paying me. So obviously that finished at the end of January. Did my exit interview and all that. Like, it was fine. Like, I entered on good terms. I was kind of a bit sad, like, oh, they didn't keep me on, but I was like, I wasn't really expecting it. It was meant to be a month anyway. And then last week I was not feeling well. I came on my period and my body was really aching. I felt really sick, and I get this phone call. I'm like, I don't recognise the number, so I just ignored it. I was like, I don't know who that is. And then I listened to the voicemail, and it was the director of the company that I used to work for in the internship. I was like, that's weird. And she was like, oh, can you ring me back? I want to talk to you about something. I was like, oh my god, I've done something wrong. Like, you know, you just overthink a thing. And I was like, oh, I'll ring her back tomorrow when I'm feeling better. Mum was like, no, ring her back now. It might be something good. I'm just like, no, but I don't feel well. Mum was like, no, ring her now. So I rang her up, and she was like, one of the other interns is leaving. So she's like, would you like to come back doing a slightly different role? So before I was just primarily doing social media and, like, research, whereas now I'm doing blog content, which I've never done before properly. I have written articles for uni and, like, for my Instagram page, but I've never, like, done it in, like, a professional sense, but I'm sure I'll learn along the way. So yeah, she said basically role be sort of talking to clients, trying to get clients on board to talk to the director for the podcast, that kind of thing. So she's like, we'll train you up on that, don't worry. And yeah, and I'll be writing blog posts, which is something I've obviously haven't really done before, but I do like writing. I know I complain about essays, but, like, it does come very naturally to me. And at least with blog writing, it's like short form. It's not like 3,000 word essays, which is boring. And then she was like, I don't know what you're doing after graduation, but she's like, I'm sure there will be a chance for you to work full-time after you graduate. So at the moment it's obviously going to be part-time. I'm still in my 3rd year of uni. Sorry, I'm really, really bright. I'll sit back a little bit. Or not. Anyway, so yeah, she was like, obviously it'll be the same hours as before. So I was doing 10 hours a week. Sometimes it was more, sometimes it was less, just depending on what the week was like. And she was like, we will pay the exact same money your university paid you. I obviously won't say how much that was, but, like, it's definitely more than I've been paid for past jobs anyway. So yeah, she was like, your pay will be exactly the same. Obviously I understand if you've got deadlines, you can only do a few hours some weeks and more the other weeks. She's like, we're completely flexible. But yeah, the fact she just said, like, there's a chance for you to work after you graduate is just such a relief, because obviously that is one thing that really plays in your mind after uni. It's like, where on earth am I going to work after that, especially during these times, because, like, there's just not many jobs floating about, or, like, even the jobs I've found, they're mainly for companies that I don't really like their values, or it's just not something I'm interested in. So yeah, I have a job, which is great. So yeah, that's kind of my update. Sorry this video's been quite long. as I just feel like I wanted to update you on like everything that's going on in my life right now, because I'm about to start a second semester as well. So yeah, it's all exciting. I don't really know what's going to happen content wise. Oh, also go back to work. I like created my first paid advert on Instagram, which is just also crazy. Like, I don't have loads of followers. I have 2,000 followers on Instagram, and yeah, like this woman got in contact with me and I'm like, oh, it's just gonna be another scam message, but I'm like, nope, this is actually legit. This will be posted by the time you see this video. But yeah, as someone from Student Beans, this bit isn't sponsored at all. I was only required to make a video, I was only required to make an Instagram story and an Instagram post. But yeah, basically Student Beans got in contact, saying to like ask your followers if they were interested in going on Look Fantastic. So yeah, I just bought a few products from there and showed them on my Instagram, and to be honest, there's more work behind it than you think. Like, I've never really read a brief before for social media, so I was reading through this brief and thought, oh, there's so much I've got to include, but I think I've pretty much got it now. I've sent it all off for approval, so hopefully you'll see it on Instagram at some point. But yeah, I just want to say thank you for that as well, because I would not be doing a paid Instagram advert if it wasn't for people following me and liking my social media, because they ask for like your analytics, so like they like people that have like very engaged audiences, so clearly I was one of those people. So yeah, thank you if you follow me on Instagram. But yeah, that's it. So my graduation's been cancelled, but I do have a new job which I can do after I graduate. And I got my first paid Instagram post, which is just insane. So thank you very much if you've followed me since today or since like 2013 when I first made my Instagram account. It's been a ride, honestly. Like, as I said, I've always just done it for a hobby anyway. Like, I've never done it to be a influencer or content like creator, whatever you want to call yourself. Like, I just do it as a hobby. I find it really creative. And I have had companies in the past email me, and most of the time it's just things I don't really believe in their values, or it's just a company is either really expensive or like it's just not really me. But the fact that a student focused company got in contact with me, I was just like, oh my god, finally hard work is paying off. But yeah, it's a really good experience, and hopefully I can get more things like that in the future, because that would be really nice. But as I said, like, when I graduate, I don't think I'll ever be a full-time influencer, YouTuber, whatever, because I do like working with other people. That's what I'm looking forward to, going back to uni and going like starting my new job, is just like working with people. I think I would get very lonely if this was just my job all the time. But yeah, that's me. I hope you like this video. Please like and subscribe if you do like it. And yeah, there's definitely gonna be more exciting things coming from me. I think I'll be going back to posting just on weekends now, because I'm going to be working part-time and university full-time, so I won't have as much free time to make content and stuff. Also, I do have a TikTok account, so I don't think I've really mentioned that on YouTube, but I do have a TikTok. So yeah, like, please like and follow that if you want to as well. I don't think I'll be posting on that as much now. Basically, I had 3 weeks off uni in between semesters, so that's why I've been making a lot more content than normal. But yeah, I'll be going back to posting just Fridays, Saturdays and Sundays on Instagram, and then Wednesdays on here. But yeah, I don't know when I'm going to upload this video, probably next weekend now, so probably like around the 20th, or 21st maybe. But yeah, sorry it's been really rambly, but I'm going to edit this, upload this now, and then I'm going to get back to filming my TikTok, Instagram hack thing, because that is pretty much filmed now. I just need to do the like intro, outro, that kind of thing. So yeah, I'll leave that video link down below as well. But yes, I just want to say thank you, update you on my life, and yeah, that's it. Please like and subscribe, and I'll see you soon. Bye.